He abandoned me. Hey, call him chicken. He's chicken.
Well, that's a long minute, isn't it?
It was.
Somebody want to sing or dance?
I think we can start.
Good evening and welcome to the Maysville Board of Commissioners, Thursday, August 14th, 2025. This is a public hearing on proposed property tax rate increase of 4%. Roll call, please. Or let's start, Reverend Lise, if you do an invocation for us, please. You might
Okay. Get it done. That's right. To lift up to you each and every one that is here this evening. We just pray that you would just have your hand upon us. We also just want to thank you for this community and their support. Father, those who come along, people in their times of need. Father, as we think about that, we just take the opportunity to lift up to you Lila Johnson and the Johnson family as they are preparing for this surgery tomorrow. We pray that you give guidance to the doctors and nurses and just pray for a quick recovery. We ask these things in Christ's name. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, Reverend Lise. You need a second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Wood?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Here.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am.
City Manager Lawrence?
Here.
City Attorney Thomas?
Thank you. Introduction?
Yeah. Mayor and Commissioners, if I may, if I can just give a little bit of information. I was told to come up here to stand. So this is, in order for a taxing district to take anything but the compensating rate, a public hearing is required. Now, this is kind of a misnomer when it says 4%. It's not a 4% increase on property taxes, it's a 4% increase on the city's revenue. So in this case, currently the current rate for the city is 0.152. So it's 15 cents per $100 or $152 per $100,000 assessed. As calculated, the compensating rate for next year, or this year, I should say, would be 0.147. So it'd be $147 per $100,000 assessed, meaning your city property tax bill would go down $5. Now, the 4% increase in revenue calculated would be 0.153, meaning that the difference between this year, or last year and this year is $1 per $100,000 assessed. Obviously, each 100,000 is going to be an extra $1. So you have to have a public hearing just to consider that increase in revenue. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, but in order to consider it, we have to have a public hearing. Make sense to everybody? Everybody good? Everybody good? Okay. I just want to clarify that 4%. It's not a 4% increase on your taxes. It's a 4% increase in city revenue, which in this case it would generate about $37,000 extra dollars to the city. And I'll get into some other stuff later in the revenue discussion. Thank you, Mayor and Commissioners.
Thank you. Public comment. Oral comments. Anyone wishing to make an oral comment is required to enter their name and local address on the sign-up sheet. Oral comments are restricted to 3 minutes. Those making comments shall stand and address the Board of Commissioners and come over to the table so that those on the internet can hear your comments as well. First one we have is Steve Chandler.
I don't have a comment after Matt gave that clarification. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. Brenda Huber.
I choose not to either since he clarified.
Thank you. Brian Helpenstein.
Right here. Yeah, you can sit down if you want to. There's a mic right there, Brian.
Hello, members of this body. I used to come around here quite a bit, but it was never for myself or my own personal gain. I came here for a lot of reasons in the past, but the main reason I came down was when I felt like we weren't safe in this town under the watch of Chief Ron Rice. He was stuck in another time or thought he was in the military or somewhere. He told me he thought I was being racist because I never treated the previous chief, Kid Busher, as badly as I treated him. The only problem with that was that I was in.
Hey, Mr. Halstenstein, this is, public comment relative to, proposed property tax rate increase of 4%. So if you have something relative to the proposed tax,
Right.
discussion, then that's what's appropriate at this time.
Well, I came last month. I've been trying to get a public comment for the last couple of months.
That'll be at the regular meeting after this, Brian.
Oh, there'll be another meeting.
Yeah. This is, yes, sir. Yeah,
I apologize.
that's okay.
Thank you. That's all I have that is signed up.
Okay. And Mayor and Commissioners, what I would ask for you to do when we do get to the point in the meeting for the ordinance, I would ask for a motion before that from somebody that says, I make a motion to take the 4% increase in revenue, or I make a motion to take the compensating rate, because we have two ordinances prepared, so Kelly knows which one to read. And we can have discussion when we get to that point.
Or can you say, I'll take the .153? which
If
is
you want to,
4%.
you can. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Or
Yeah.
can you- I just have one question.
Yes, sir.
What about, can you keep it the current level of .152? I know it's splitting hairs, but
You can, but it still requires this public hearing because
it's above the compensating
it's
tax
above the
rate.
compensating rate. Yes, sir, you're correct. Yes, we can. Yes,
So
sir.
the compensating rate then is a reduction?
Yes,
Okay.
because the assessments were up, Robert, so the compensating rate went down.
In your budget models, how did you model it out?
Pretty much based on pretty much the same.
Okay.
Of what we've been getting, which is about 1.1 million.
Okay.
And just one more clarification, this doesn't apply to motor vehicle taxes. A motor vehicle tax rate is 0.246. That rate has been the same since 1983. It cannot go up. So I want to make sure that is understood as well.
That 0.0246.
Yeah, it's, 24 cents per 100.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think we're good, Mayor. Yes,
all
ma'am.
right. Any closing remarks? And if not, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Condon.
Yes, ma'am. Now, I'd like to welcome you to the Maysville Board of Commissions regular meeting, Thursday, August the 14th. And we will have roll call, please.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Here.
Mayor Condon,
Yes, ma'am.
City Manager Wallingford,
Here.
City Attorney Cottle,
Here.
Controller Rose.
Controller
Sorry,
Wood.
Controller Wood.
Here.
HR Director Rose,
Here.
Project Coordinator Horde,
Here.
Public Works Director King,
Kyle's here.
Police Chief Palmer,
Here.
Fire Chief Carpenter,
All right.
Utility Manager Spence,
Here.
Zoning Administrator Larger,
Here.
Building Inspector Fawcett,
Here.
Codes Officer Brooks, Tourism Director Bailey, Main Street Director Reese.
State Fair.
Thank you, Lisa. Minutes of the July 14th, 28th, and 30th meetings and department reports.
Mayor, I make a motion we accept as presented.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Bruni,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brennan,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Public announcements? Chief?
I'll be, yes, ma'am, I'll be brief. I just want to reiterate a couple things. Myself and Major Conley just spent time at the 53rd Annual Chiefs Conference. The main reason was, this is our fourth consecutive succession of getting our agency accredited to the Kentucky Association of Social Police. And the first time that we got our PSAP. And I want to thank both officers, current and retired, and senior dispatchers, because it is a task to go through the standards that are needed to meet that arrangement. Second thing, reiterate, and I completely dropped the ball, and I take 100% responsibility of last time not letting you know about our retirement reception for these officers that we had. But we are having a reception tomorrow for David Pepper, who is retiring after 27 years in the dispatch center, 1 o'clock in the police department. So again, I take responsibility for dropping the ball on the last one, but I'm going to let you know about this one. Thank you very much.
Good job on that accreditation.
Yeah.
Let's correct it.
I have something.
Okay.
The planning commission will be holding a public hearing at its regular day and time at the library on Wednesday, September 3rd at 5:30. We'll be holding a public hearing for the comprehensive plan update. They will be getting public comments on the final draft of the comprehensive plan. All are welcome.
Thank you, George.
Can you repeat that day and time, please?
Yes, it's Wednesday, September 3rd at 5:30 p.m. in the community room over at the library. We're having it there in case we have a lot of interest in people who want to discuss the final draft.
Good, thank you. Any other announcements? Public comment? No.
Brian, you go now, bud.
Thank you. Maybe reading sort of fast, we'll take it all in. And I apologize and thank you for helping me. So, I'm gonna start where I left off and, the only problem with that was, I was into it with Chief Rice over the treatment of people of color in our town and potential harmful treatment. That made his accusation unwarranted and invalid to others, what I believe had an IQ of over 70 in me. He adamantly opposed to the use of Narcan, which reverses overdoses and prevents death. He was dead set against the needle exchange, the clean needle exchange, which prevents the spread of communicable diseases and also death. He was against many things that were up to date in the 21st century in my book. Chief Rice was against transparency of the use of body-worn cameras for our officers, which could be seen on the officers of police departments, sheriff's departments, jails, prisons, and even animal shelters, nation and even worldwide. Aberdeen and Augusta were on the third and fourth generations of body cams before we ever got our first. I used to go to Portsmouth to get Narcan and clean needles to bring back here for my cousin and other addicts on the streets of Maysville. Luckily, Allison Adams stepped up to the plate and brought a clean needle exchange here to help stop the spread of HIV, AIDS, hepatitis, and a plethora of other fatal diseases. Luckily, the Mason County Health Department, the University of Kentucky, and many other agencies and departments, even the state, have sent Narcan here to bring a miracle to a person whose lungs stopped working due to opioid and opiate overdose. But I never came down here to get in your hair or to get any attention. I came down here with new information that to help preserve the lives of our citizens and to possibly even make their lives better. I do have other things to do, but I did not think that all of our people were safer with the leadership we had. Our chief may have been decorated today. He's been the first black chief, and his policies were not only outdated to me, but he contributes to the financial problems of our city government that we're now facing. After finding out that the police work was not nationally considered hazardous duty anymore, our department wasn't paying hazardous pay and wasn't retiring people after just 20 years of work here. Chief Rice worked to bring back the 20-year deal and a raise in wages and earnings as if their jobs were more dangerous than many others. That Aegis Commission went along with that proposal, and the 20-year retirement and hazardous pay went back into effect, and even had a clause saying it couldn't be changed or something to that effect. When my friend Charlie became mayor, he told me that the early retirement and increase in wages were killing our budget, even though the state was helping with the retirements. So now we have guys leaving earlier than ever and looking for greener pastures, or even coming back for round two. That's why we're down so many officers. I actually don't think we need to have a ton of officers and cars out here running around. Maysville is a safe town. It has always been, especially since slavery was abolished and civil rights were given to minorities. The biggest issues here, I think, are, that we see, are seat belts not being worn, expired tags, and selling drugs, which are crimes and infractions you have to dig out and look for. This is a quiet town, and like Chief Hughes said, told the Ledger, if there's anything I learned from the pandemic, it was that we probably didn't need to lock up as many people or keep them locked up. Officers were told to stand down, try to stay in their cars, and the jails emptied out and tried to stay emptied out. There was not an uptick in crime or any civil unrest. Maysville is known for being a safe place. After the city government and a few of its boards elected to grant an agency we formed a permit to have a rehab center in the East End, I stopped coming and really tried to leave you all alone. I was tired, we were grateful, and there was hope on the horizon. The rehab hasn't materialized yet, but I believe it eventually will. It'll definitely be on in God's time, and I do thank you all for being so cooperative and supportive in our efforts. But today I do have a complaint. Although I truly do like and love Commissioner Boone and his family, and him as a passionate citizen, a scholar, and a friend, I do think my other friend, Lori Fulton Brookbank, deserved to occupy that seat as the people's choice. She paid her $50, she ran a clean campaign, and she congratulated you all when you won. We know that you three commissioners were legally allowed to go off the beaten path and select someone besides the three candidates, Lori, David Doyle, and Noah Cobb, who challenged all of you in 2022. We know none of them challenged your offices in 2024. The gap between the fourth leading vote getter and the fifth was over 300, and the gap between the fifth and the others were 500 and 700. I believe they saw where Maysville spoke in 2022 and didn't challenge Maysville's decision a year or so later, because that was a late election.
You're over your time.
I'm homestead. They decided not to run. I'm not trying to be a conspiracy theorist or cry foul here, because Kelly can remind us that no laws were broken. But 1,030 Maysvillians said they thought Lori would do a fine job of representing the populace, and 3 people said they knew better. You all knew she came in 5th the last time the people spoke in a competitive race. We all knew, and we all kind of knew that you all probably wouldn't respect our wishes. We knew you could hide behind the rules. But not only did you go another way, but I believe you disrespected the office of the mayor by putting someone else, someone who didn't see eye to eye with her on the alcohol tax. Debbie was put in there by some of you. We were more than okay with that, even though Victor was the current vice mayor. Many of us think that Debbie was probably even more qualified than our dear late friend Charlie, and still do. I think Charlie would agree with that, and probably still does. Debbie won't lie, and she's known for her integrity. That's why she can and will be mayor until she decides to leave or dies, because we trust her. I have to say, I didn't like the time many piled up on Debbie over the Mercado letter. Patrick's family and Debbie's have been lifelong friends. I think that can be healed and should be. I don't think Debbie was attacking Patrick or his department. I think Debbie was trying to help us citizens,
Brian,
the taxpayers.
Brian, you are way over your time, and it's not appropriate.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just saying that I think that,
No.
Great. Thank you, Brian.
all right, yeah, thanks.
Is a response allowed on this? No?
That's up to,
You can make a public comment.
Yes, anybody can make a public comment.
Just a few quick things. Narcan's been in this community probably about 15 years. Many people say that have overdosed. I'm not going to argue Chief Rice's credibility as a leader with our agency. Upstanding citizens still in this community, and I won't argue with any other fact that you try to throw out there, Brian, respectfully. Our retirement, some guys are on 20-year. I myself and Paul Mellencamp are on 25-year, and the new guys are on a 401k. So, just so you know that, okay? We actually, our first 5 years of service was non-hazardous, and guess who really is going to pay the brunt of that? Well, Paul Mellencamp and I are, because we're not going to get contributions towards our health insurance. We're not going to get a better check when it comes to the end of our career. And we did the same job the first 5 years that we've done the last 10, okay? Maysville is overwhelmingly a great place to live and a safe place. But let me tell you this. So I grew up for 18 years at 604 Buckner Street. Walked out that door every day, right? What year was it now? 2021 or so. Greg Moore walked out that door right across the street from my mother's home and shot a man dead on his porch. The police are absolutely needed in Maysville.
Amen.
Okay? I won't respond to anything with the commissioner. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chris.
Any other public comment?
My name's Jacob Evans. I own property up on 5T Barber Highway, and there's no water line down that road. And I know it's been on some project lists and what have you, some planning to possibly get a water line down through there at some point. I just kind of wanted to kind of reiterate the need and let you know there are citizens down through there that do pay city taxes that really would like to have city water.
Yeah,
property
and
around.
Jacob, you're 100% correct, and that has been a project, and Darren and Jeff are aware of it. We kind of pulled that one to concentrate on getting Maysville taken care of first, but we also realized that you all do live down there, plus it would benefit those who live on Pickett Lane and International Paper. So yes, we have that in the queue, and we're still going to be looking at that.
Appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Thanks, Jake.
We will-
Mayor, can I say something?
Yes, please come.
Mr. Helpenstein's talking about the police not being needed. Well, I'm sorry. Turn on the news every night at 5 o'clock and listen to the shooting gallery in Cincinnati. I, for one, am very grateful for what the chief and the other officers do. I haven't had to call them for anything, and I'm grateful for that. And I live on 2 doors down from that home. We have a quiet street. But there are places in this town that are not. And anybody that thinks that we don't need police in this town, they need to go somewhere else. Because there is not a day goes by in places like Cincinnati and Batavia and Amelia that you're not getting 5 or 6 people shot. I, for one, am very grateful that I can walk out my door and know that there's not gonna be somebody driving up 2nd Street that's gonna be shooting. And they put their lives on the line every single solitary day. They put on their guns and their badges, just like the firemen, and they don't know if they're gonna go home. So I think we ought to thank them every day when you see them, and tell them how grateful you are that they're here.
Hey, I don't remember saying we shouldn't have police officers. Did I say that? You heard somebody else, you were hearing something wrong.
Your time is up. Any other comments? Thank you.
Just kiss the butt.
Appointment to the IN Foster Fund and Audit Committees.
Mayor Commissioners, with Robert replacing Andrew, we obviously have a void on the Ian Foster and Audit Committees. So if Robert would like to serve on those, and if anybody would like to make that appointment, or if there are any changes you want to make, you can do that at this point.
Do you want a motion?
Yes, ma'am, please, that would be great.
I would make a motion that he serve on the Ian Foster Fund and the Audit Committee.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Second.
I'd kind of like to be on the audit committee.
Oh, well, okay, well.
So that's fine with me if we want to switch up the
Whatever, David,
committees.
you're on the communications, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Robert, you'd be good with Ian Foster and communications?
That's
Are you
fine.
good with that?
Yeah, because I mean, I could always add bits
I
of
know you
information
would, yeah.
about the
Yeah.
audit.
Okay,
So-
and we really need to do this now because I got some checks, Melissa has some checks for you two to sign.
Sure.
Okay, you want to amend that and to put,
To serve on the Ian Foster Fund and,
communications,
I know, and communications.
and Commissioner
And for
Cardinal?
Commissioner Cardinal to serve on the audit.
That'll work, all right, thank you all.
Here we go.
Do you want to write it down for me?
I'm ready for roll call.
Mhm.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am. Appointment Assistant Fire Chief.
To the honorable members of Maysville City Commission, it is with great respect and enthusiasm that I write this letter of recommendation on behalf of Mr. Kenneth Sarton, who applied for the position of Assistant Fire Chief at the Maysville Fire Department. Mr. Sarton brings a wealth of experience, professional dedication, and certified expertise that makes him an exceptional candidate for this critical leadership role. Mr. Sarton hails from
North Little Rock, Arkansas, where he distinguished himself as a lieutenant with the North Little Rock Fire Department. In addition to his tenure there, he further demonstrated his commitment to public safety and operational excellence as Assistant Chief at Gravel Ridge Fire Department. Throughout his career, Mr. Sarton has exemplified the qualities of leadership, integrity, and resilience that are foundational to any successful fire service organization. The breadth of Mr. Sarton's certifications underscores his deep commitment to ongoing professional development and mastery of all facets of fire service. His credentials include IFSAC certifications in Firefighter 1, Firefighter 2, Officer 1, Officer 2, Driver Operator, Fire Arson Investigation, Inspector 1, Instructor 2, Inspector 3, Instructor 1, Instructor 2, as well as hazmat awareness, hazmat operations, and hazmat technician. These achievements reflect his ability to lead by example, mentor others, and respond effectively to the diverse challenges faced by modern fire departments. Furthermore, Mr. Sarton is a nationally registered EMT, attesting his adherence to the highest standards of safety and excellence. Kenneth Sarton is recognized for his collaborative spirit, sound judgment under pressure, and unwavering dedication to the welfare of both his fellow firefighters and the communities he serves. His experience in both command and instructional roles equips him to foster a culture of teamwork, continuous learning, and operational preparedness within Maysville Fire Department. I have every confidence that Mr. Sarton will bring vision, professionalism, and steadfast leadership to the role of Assistant Fire Chief. His proven record of service and array of certifications make him uniquely qualified to advance the mission of the Maysville Fire Department and safeguard the well-being of its citizens. Please accept this letter as my recommendation for Mr. Kenneth Sarton. I'm certain that he will be an invaluable asset to our department and with the Maysville community. Chief Carpenter, Maysville Fire Department.
Thank you, Lisa.
I'll make that motion, Lisa.
I'll second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Bramer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cargill?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Powell?
Yes, ma'am. Discussion revenue rates.
I'll be brief with this, and I apologize. I did give you guys one, I don't know if you guys had that legal sheet that I put in your mailbox. But this is the one I forgot to give you, and I apologize for this with you. I'm just going to briefly go over it. We talked last, Dave, you can hand one to Robert for me, please. We talked last month about, the budget and.
Thank you.
You got one more?
Oh, do we have one more? I do. Do you have
That's
one?
okay.
Yeah, I'll borrow Melissa's for a second. I'll get back to her. I was asked to put together a list of rates and potential revenue increases. Real quickly, I'll go over property tax, which right now, as I mentioned earlier, is 0.152. That revenue equaled about $972,000 for the city. If you were to take the 4% revenue increase to go to 0.153, as I mentioned earlier, it would add about $37,000. If you took that 4% revenue increase through 2029, the increase over 2024 is almost $200,000. The accrued total over 24 is about $600,000. Now, when you see total property subject to rate, obviously I can't predict the future and what the assessments are going to be, so I use the same assessment as this year. Obviously that will change, but that's the only base I had to go off of. So from 2025 to 2029, the property tax rate would go from 0.153 if the 4% revenue increase was taken to 0.177. The average rate in the state of Kentucky right now is 0.219. So we're well under the average rate in Kentucky. And that second sheet I gave you, gang, I just picked out 20 cities that were somewhere but in our population range just to kind of look at. And it actually worked out pretty good because the average population was 8,964. Our population is 8,873. So you can kind of see a few comparisons there. With payroll tax, occupational tax rate, property tax, those that have a restaurant tax, those that have an alcohol regulatory fee, and the motor vehicle tax. As I mentioned earlier, our motor vehicle tax is 0.246. The state average is 0.248, so we're right on that. And again, that cannot increase, and it hasn't since 1983. If you look at another form of revenue, we have three forms of revenue that we can obtain: property tax, insurance premium tax, and payroll tax. Our current insurance premium tax rate is 8%. This applies to fire, allied peril, casualty, liability, automobile, inland marine, life, and all other risks. Although we do not tax health insurance. We can, but we don't. So right now, at the 8%, we generate, and this is projected in FY26, around 1.6 million. If you go up 1%, well, you can go up to 10%, that's the max. Each percent you go up generates a couple $100,000. And then lastly is the payroll tax. We are currently at 1.99. Estimated revenue is about $7 million. And then, I showed you anywhere from 2%, 205, 210, all the way to 250. 2.5% would generate an extra $1.8 million. So I just wanted to bring that to your attention. This is purely discussion. There's no action being taken. I just want to kind of give you some numbers. That was it. That's kind of what we were looking at. And if you all were to decide, you look at this and you want to decide to take some action, all you got to do is let me know, and I'll work with this young lady here, and we'll put something together, right?
Thank you.
Yes, yeah. Any questions? I thought you're welcome, Vic.
One comment I want to make sure that the public understands is the surplus that we had this year, or over the last few years, the 13 million, that we budgeted in this current year for capital projects. And those are not wants, their needs. And it doesn't even include the gentleman who needs a water line put in that spoke earlier tonight. And even though we won't spend all that in this year, you have to realize that that 13 million is committed to those needed projects. And that is infrastructure that we can no longer neglect. It has to be addressed. And so when you're looking, what we're trying to do now, and with Matt giving us this information, is trying to figure out how we can maintain operations where everything keeps going up, but we've stayed the same on the income. And that can't continue. So we're trying to look at this and figure out the best options that has the least amount of impact on everyone as a whole.
I know there was a lot of back and forth during the budget planning sessions about the size of the budget deficit.
Yeah.
So that we and everyone fully understands, where did the budget end up that was approved as far as, revenue, bottom line, deficit?
Deficit, Robert, deficit and came in at 13.4 million. But again, let me give you some caveats with that. 3.3 million of that deficit are capital projects. 4.6 million is a transfer to utilities with capital, in that transfer, Robert, of 4.6, capital projects and utilities of 3.6 million, and operating to cover their operating costs is a little over 1 million.
Operating
for the utilities.
Utilities,
Water,
okay.
yeah. And then broadband, we're committed to 1.1 million for the Charter Spectrum project. And I don't know that's probably not going to happen this year. And then the Maysville water line, Robert, we committed 4.2 million out of the general fund for that. But if you take all those away, we have an operating deficit of $157,000. So we're right on budget for operating. But in order to get equipment and to do capital projects and the transfers to the utility, that's where the deficits come from.
Okay, but the $157,000 deficit
Yeah.
is in operating, correct?
That, if we didn't do any capital projects or any transfers to the utility commission, that's what our deficit would be. If you take out all those projects, all the equipment, things like that, that's what the deficit would be.
Okay.
Does that make sense? And I'll go, tomorrow, we'll go over this.
Well, it's a $157,000 deficit if the projects are taken out.
And the equipment, yeah.
Where does the $13 million number come in?
Again, that's
where
where,
we start.
yeah, that's what I was saying.
That's where you started.
That's where I started, yeah, with the capital projects of 3.3 million, transferred to the utilities, 4.6 million, the broadband project, 1.1, and the Maysville water line, 4.2. That's where the $13 million deficit comes from.
Okay.
Yeah. And again, as Commissioner Brammer asked, I think was it last month or month before, you know, and as the mayor said, the money's committed, but these projects, a lot of it will not happen in this fiscal year.
Mm-hmm.
They won't. So we're not gonna have a $13 million deficit, but we have committed that money to projects. Make sense?
It does and doesn't. I guess it doesn't make sense as to why they were recognized in this year's budget if they're not going to likely happen.
You have
this
to
year.
plan for them as if they would, because that gives Darren the go-ahead to do PERs, get preliminary engineering reports, get that process moving. He's gonna have to get those plans approved by the Division of Water, things like that. Now, in the Maysville water line, the engineering will probably hit. So
Mhm.
that's about $400,000.
I was just thinking if a fund was created for the special projects, then we're gonna be in the same issue next year if they don't happen this year.
Correct, we will,
So-
but we won't have a $13 million deficit for FY '26.
No, but is there money to put back?
No, we have a $14 million contingency, and with the budget that we passed a month ago, it's down to about $750,000.
All right.
Again, it's not gonna end up that way, but you have to put it on paper that way.
Yeah.
Because you have to start those projects, and
Yeah.
if you don't have the money in place with the state, you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I understand that. I'm just thinking it's wise to save if possible
Oh,
toward
we
those
understand that, sure.
projects. Yeah.
But again, these are needed infrastructure projects we have to start committing to.
Mhm.
Yeah, and again, I'm more than happy tomorrow when we meet up, we'll go over a lot of this stuff.
And prices are just gonna increase.
No, I understand,
Yeah.
yeah.
If we go ahead and commit to it now, then we can maybe lock in the prices.
Lock in the rate?
Yeah.
Okay.
And Robert, even with that Maysville water line, we're gonna have a resolution here in a minute to go after a CDBG grant. And
I saw that.
Yeah, that's for that.
Okay.
So we're trying to go after grant money to offset some of these
All right.
deficit
Very
numbers.
good.
And that's where some of the reserves comes, and I have to give Darren and his team and Jeff and Matt and David Hord and the ad, because it is a tremendous lot of work to get all the information and jump through all the hoops. And we are continually trying to get grant funds and working with our state legislators to get grant funds to help cover some of these costs. And so that's, part of that is the reason we had the 13 million in reserves, or 14, is because we got grants. So when the grant we're gonna apply for, if we get that, then we'll be able to use some of that money, maybe for the water line that's needed to go down to those homes that don't have it now. Okay, any other comments or questions? Okay. Entertain a motion on the, or I guess we go on to number 9. Are you going to?
Yeah, motion on the surplus property.
All right, on the surplus property.
Anybody have any, I'm sorry, Mayor, did anybody have any questions on that? Did you
And
guys get the list?
The list was in our
Yeah,
mailbox.
okay. And I think, where's Kyle? You've got a sales schedule for Saturday, is that correct? Okay.
And tell the public it's really good stuff.
Yeah, it's already in the paper and being put out on social media and everything else.
Would anybody like to make that motion?
So moved.
Did you get that?
From David.
David
David made the
and,
motion.
Now, Kyle, is this stuff we just don't use anymore?
Yes, it's just stuff that, we don't use, or it's.
Or we're not gonna need?
And it's Right, or it's at the end of its use for the department.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Powell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing the filing of the CDBG for the Maysville water line 25-30.
Resolution authorizing the filing of a Kentucky Community Development Block Grant application by the City of Maysville for Maysville Water Line Project for the City of Maysville, Kentucky. Whereas it is necessary and in the public interest that the city avail itself of the financial assistance provided by Title I of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1974 as amended in order to improve facilities and handicapped accessibility to the city, and whereas it is recognized that the federal state contract for such financial assistance pursuant to said Title I will impose certain obligations and responsibilities upon the city and will require, among other things, A, approval of a satisfactory application transmitted to the Kentucky Department of Local Government, B, certification on behalf of the mayor relating to activities such as civil rights, citizen participation, relocation payments, acquisition of properties, national environmental policies and accounting practices, and C, other local obligations and responsibilities in connection with the undertaking and carrying out of the Kentucky Community Development Block Grant Program. Now therefore be it resolved by the City of Maysville Commission, Maysville, Mason County, Kentucky, that one, the mayor is authorized and directed to prepare and submit to the Kentucky Department of Local Government such certifications as required to assure full compliance with all laws and regulations relating to the Community Development Block Grant for community facilities, and two, an application for the Kentucky Community Development Block Grant on behalf of the city for a grant not to exceed $1,250,000 of such Title I funds is hereby approved, and that the mayor is hereby authorized to execute and file such application with the Kentucky Department for Local Government and to provide such additional information and to furnish such documentation as may be required of the city relating to the Kentucky Community Development Block Grant Program for planning funds for the proposed construction of Maysville Water Line Project located in Mason County, Kentucky.
Thank you, Kelly.
So moved.
Second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Powell.
Yes, ma'am. Resolution authorizing dry well change order 25-31.
You don't
Didn't get that one.
Did you get that one?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, go on and read it, and then I'll go ahead. It's pretty short.
A resolution authorizing dry well contract change order. Be it resolved by the City of Maysville, Kentucky, that the mayor is hereby authorized and directed to execute a contract change order with Herrick Company, Inc. for a total increase in the contract price of $25,800.
Motion and a second, and we'll explain that to you if you guys don't. And I'll get you a copy of that resolution.
Yep, so moved.
Okay.
Second. Roll call, please.
Oh, wait,
Or
wait,
discussion.
Yeah, go ahead,
Sorry.
Darren.
What we got is an old system, of course, you all know about. And it's really not grounded properly, so if lightning or some kind of surge happens, we have some really bad issues. So to help make that better and up to date and pass codes, it needs to be updated. In other words,
Do you already have a contractor, or are you gonna bid this out separately?
it's already been bidded out through Herrick.
Okay,
Was this in our budget?
Yes, this is, yeah, it was the dry well project. The
But it
one,
was for what amount?
what was the final amount?
1.5.
1.5.
Yeah, this is with the change order. This right here is from our engineering group. H&B kind of explains the situation with pictures and everything too, to help you guys out for what's going on.
Thank you, Jeff.
Yes, ma'am. I got two more right here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so this firm was doing work and found this is an issue, and then this is essentially an add-on,
Yes.
and it's been confirmed that it's an issue.
And I think, did you guys tell me that the electrical inspector basically said that he would not, they won't pass it if, okay.
Well, we don't have much choice.
No, not really, yeah. I mean, it's
You
gonna have to
know,
be
that's
done, yeah,
it.
yeah.
So you sit here and thumb up your nose and.
When they first
They-
came to us about this, I was expecting about 4 times that, so I think we're pretty good shape with that.
So that's a locked-in price, correct?
Yeah.
And when will we do that?
They're starting work, next month on the August 25th.
This month, yeah.
Or this one.
Are we ready for anything else, guys? All right, roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Ordinance adopting PVA assessment and setting tax rates, first reading 25-08.
Okay, Kelly needs to know which one to read.
Well, I'm for the compensating. tax
Okay.
rate.
The compensating is the reduction. I am for the
Right.
compensating.
Yeah. Are you gonna make a motion?
Okay,
You go
I'll
ahead.
make a
I'll
motion
second that.
Okay, to take the
to
compensation.
take the compensating tax rate.
Yes. Well, wait a minute. You got a motion. Who seconded, David? Okay. Roll call.
Roll
Just so we
call.
got it, yeah.
Or-
Yeah, you, no, this is for which one to do.
ordinance,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, this is just for which one for Kelly to read. Because he had two.
So we don't,
Yes, two different votes. Yeah, they need to determine which one they want to do. And then Kelly will read it, and then we'll have to approve that. Does that make sense? Sorry, Lisa.
Okay.
okay, so then roll call,
Yes.
please.
Commissioner Boone?
For the
Will
compensation.
you remind me the
For the
motion?
the motion is to take the compensation
Yes,
rate, Robert.
yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cartwell?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
No, ma'am.
You got it.
An ordinance adopting the assessment of the Mason County Property Valuation Administrator for real and personal property and setting ad valorem tax levies and levying franchise tax on financial institutions. Whereas the 2026 ad valorem tax rate on motor vehicles is fixed by KRS 132.4872 at the rate which could have been levied on 1 January 1983 assessments. And whereas the Board of Commissioners hereby forgoes any other ad valorem tax increases for 2025, which would result from raising the tax rate as authorized by KRS 132.027. Whereas KRS 136.575 authorizes a franchise tax on financial institutions measured by deposits in the institutions located within the city at a rate up to 0.025% of the deposits due by 31 January 2026. Now therefore be it ordained by the city of Maysville as follows. Number one, that the assessment of real and personal property made by the Mason County Property Valuation Administrator, reviewed by the Mason County Board of Assessment Appeals, equalized and certified by the Kentucky Revenue Cabinet, and certified by the Mason County Clerk to the City Treasurer as set out below is hereby accepted and adopted as the assessment of taxable property in the City of Maysville for tax year 2024, which assessment shall be subject to taxation at the rates to be fixed by ordinance. Real property, $560,858,632. Tangible personal property, $78,967,810. Inventories, $50,278,078. Two, that ad valorem taxes shall be levied on all real property for 2025 as shown by the aforesaid assessment, and shall be levied on all real property commencing with the tax year 2025 and thereafter. For residents of the city of Maysville, and tax rate for the tax year is set and established at $0.147 per $100 of valuation pursuant to KRS 92.280 and 132.07 Three, that there is levied a franchise tax at the above rate on financial institutions equal to 0.025% of deposits in such institutions located within and taxable by the city to be billed by the city clerk by 1 December 2025 and due with 2% discount if paid by 31 December 2025 or without discount if paid by 31 January 2026 pursuant to KRS 136.575. Four, that the tax rate for motor vehicles is set and established at $0.2460 per $100 of assessed value taxable in the city in 2026 pursuant to KRS 132.487. Five, that the purpose of said taxes is fixed, set, established, and levied for general revenues, and all monies are to be paid to the city of Maysville, same to be paid into the general revenue fund of the said city of Maysville.
Thank you, Kelly.
So this is the compensating. I'll make that motion to accept ordinance as read.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Breen,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Blamer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell.
No. Date, set the date for a special meeting.
Yes, we need to have a second reading because I have to turn in the tax rates to the state, PVA, and county clerk by August 22nd. So, which I believe is Thursday. Robert, you threw out some dates that you were good on, I believe. You still have those? If not, I can pull my email up.
We can talk about schedules. That's fine.
How's everybody look?
What are you saying?
Robert had mentioned some days that he was available, and I asked him to keep those in his back pocket so we could bring those up.
After y'all.
I can pull it up, Robert.
The
What's
22nd is
good for you
actually
all?
on a Friday.
22nd's on a Friday, okay, so we got, yeah.
So the 22nd is an option?
How about Monday, the 18th? We don't want to wait till the last
Yeah.
minute.
How's Monday?
Like 5:15?
Whatever you want to do, whatever everybody wants to do?
There's a meeting here.
Oh, that's right, Board of Adjustments. You got Board of Adjustments, George, don't you? No?
I can maybe move.
Monday, the 18th.
But I will be.
What time is it? Is it at 5:15? Could we do it at, it shouldn't last.
Can you do it in the morning or lunch?
The 18th would be the third Monday. not
Oh, okay, I'm
the
sorry.
second.
Morning?
Yeah, it's just in the morning.
Robert, how's your morning look?
On,
I mean, I'm guessing probably 15 minutes because we may have one appointment.
okay, we're looking at the
That's it.
18th. Yeah, that's fine. You want to do like 9 a.m. or something?
We good? 9 a.m. good? Monday, 9 a.m.?
As far as I know.
Okay. If something comes
I
up,
just
yeah, you guys
texted
text
it
me or let me know as soon as you find something out and I'll juggle it with you. You got that, Lisa? Monday, 9 a.m.? Okay.
Closed session pursuant to KRS 61.8101C, discussion of the possible litigation, and F, discussion which might lead to the appointment of an individual personnel.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Breen,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Blamer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor Cottrell.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, Brian.
You're gonna get me out of the parking lot.
We'll do the appointments first, Lisa, yeah. Everybody?
I'll entertain a motion to go back into session.
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardwell,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Condon.
Yes, ma'am. I think we have personnel appointments first.
Yes.
I would like to recommend Tony Brown to fill the position of skilled laborer for Maysville Public Works. I believe Tony brings the knowledge and skills to be a great asset for the city. I would like to recommend Jamie Johnson to fill the position of skilled laborer for Maysville Public Works. Jamie has several years of electrical and mechanical experience that will serve as a great asset to Public Works. And I would like to recommend Sean Wilkinson to fill the position of laborer for Maysville Public Works.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes.
Commissioner Cardwell.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay.
Yes.
Mayor Condon.
Yes, ma'am. Okay,
Me.
To you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the commission and mayor, we have received tonight from the Vacant Property Review Commission a certification of blighted or deteriorated property pursuant to KRS 99.720 regarding 4 separate properties, one located at 40-42 West 2nd Street, owned by Hastings LLC. And the commission, the Vacant Property Commission presents that certification to the Maysville City Commission to satisfy the Kentucky statute, and they hereby request the City Commission to institute condemnation proceedings on its behalf under KRS 416 chapter. So I would ask that there be a motion to allow the city attorney to prepare and the mayor to sign off on a condemnation complaint against Hastings LLC for that property address.
Can we do them all together, Kelly?
I
Okay,
think
gotcha.
so.
Great. Okay, good.
Same thing, there's been a certification of blighted or deteriorated property pursuant to KRS 99.720 regarding property located at 529 West 2nd Street, with the owners being listed as Catherine B. Tillett, C-O-W-E Blair Tillett. And I will ask for a motion, or to that to be included in the motion. There's another property under the same circumstances owned by Sarah Baker at 618 Clark Street, Maysville, Kentucky. And then there is finally another property located at 34 West 2nd Street, Maysville, Kentucky, owned by Alita J. Company, LLP. And again, the Vacant Property Review Commission has certified the blighted or deteriorated property that each of these are. And so I would, suggested motion would be motion to allow the city attorney and Jackie Sue Wright, who is assisting me, to institute condemnation proceedings on its behalf under KRS 416 against those properties.
So you want me to say?
I'll make that motion.
Second. Second.
Motion is second.
Roll call, please.
Who motioned?
Dick, and then Ann seconded.
Commissioner Boone,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer,
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Cardwell.
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay,
Yes.
Mayor Condon.
Yes, ma'am.
Mayor and Commissioners, there is a second issue with regard to 14 properties that the city currently mows, and we have liens on, and I would offer a suggested motion to allow city attorney and Jackie Sue Wright, Shadowan, to prepare a complaint to be filed in the Mason Circuit Court for under the Kentucky mass foreclosure statute, to foreclose on those properties and move them toward a master commissioner sale.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Yes, ma'am. Do you have anything else?
That's all there.
Thank you. Anything else to come before this commission?
Mayor, Commissioners, I have nothing for you.
Good.
Nothing else.
I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Thanks, Kelly.
Commissioner Boone?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner Brammer?
Yes.
Commissioner Cardinal?
Yes, ma'am.
Commissioner McKay?
Yes.
Mayor Cottrell?
Thank you all.
Thank
Hey,
you.
man.
I'll help you. We'll get it. We'll get it. I'll help you with it. Yeah, bud.
All right, I'm heading out. David, see you. Take care. See you later.
Yep.